The turtle.
All right, so you guys got it. Okay, this is indeed a turtle. So, meet Mr. Winston. Winston is a box turtle. More specifically, it is an ornate box turtle. And so we have two kinds of box turtle here in this forest. So this is something, an animal that you could potentially find out here in the trails. And definitely west of here for sure. So we have the three-tailed box turtle and then the ornate box turtle. So this is the second one. So Winston has been with us for a very long time. He is probably one of our oldest animals. So early last year, we had the original naturalist who was here in the 90s come by and visit. And he was telling us that he used Winston back then in 1997, 8. So, and he was already a grown adult by then, so he had to have been at least 10 years old then. So if you do the math, we're looking at potentially a 45-year-old turtle or something like that. So Winston is quite old. He's definitely an old man. He's still pretty healthy though, pretty strong, going strong. He does have a very interesting personality. He does look kind of grumpy, but I don't think he is really. But he does like to be by himself. So if we put him with the other box turtles, we have three other box turtles. If we put them together, he will literally chase them away. He will go and start to bite them and bump into them. And so he likes to be by himself. He's definitely solitary. He is indeed a male. And box turtles are very cool for a number of reasons. So one of the things, the reason why they're called box turtles is because when they go into their shell, and most turtles can do this, right? They go into their shell for protection. But sometimes, like especially with the radial sliders, like the aquatic turtles that we have in our pond, even when they're inside the shell, you can kind of see some skin still. You know, this part of the limbs here, maybe a little bit of the head. But with box turtles, what's cool is that they can actually shut completely their shell. So this area right here that I'm touching, it kind of folds like a little door or hinge or flap. And so once they go in fully, they can literally shut it and nothing can get in. You cannot see skin at all. And so this is what makes box turtles really special, and that's why they're called box turtles, because they form like a little box. And so that's pretty interesting. Now these guys are land dwellers, so you're not going to see them in the pond, in the water. And there's a couple ways that you can tell if a turtle is aquatic or not, or terrestrial. So if you look at the feet, if it has webbing, right, in between skin and between the fingers, then you're looking at an aquatic turtle. So in the case of Winston, especially you guys in the front here, you can see there's no webbing at all, right? It's just the claws, okay? So that's one thing you can look at. You can also sometimes look at the shell, the shape of the shell. If it's, excuse me. And with Winston, it's kind of hard to see, but if it's more dome-shaped, then you're looking at a land turtle or a tortoise. And if it's more flat or streamlined to allow for flow of water, easiness of swimming, then you're looking at an aquatic turtle. So that's another way you can distinguish them, okay? And are turtles slow? Do you guys think turtles are slow? Yeah, pretty much. But do you think they are as slow as a snail? They can be, but typically they're not, right? So they are actually a lot faster. In fact, a lot of people are surprised to see box turtles. Sometimes they can take off. So you can, I mean, it would be like running, but it is running to a turtle. I mean, they can be quite fast. So it's kind of surprising to see. I don't think I want to put them down, though, on here. So unfortunately, I cannot show you. But definitely look it up if you are interested, because box turtles can be quite speedy if they need to be. Another cool thing about them is if you look at the eyes, they do have a very pretty, like almost like bright orange or red color around their pupil, which is pretty interesting. You know, not a lot of turtles have those very vivid colors, so that's another cool thing that is unique to box turtles. And with this species, you can look at the eye color and determine whether it's a male or a female. But that rule doesn't apply really to other box turtles or other turtles at all. And so it's only for these guys. So if you're looking at a very bright orange color, then that is a male. If it's more dull or maybe even brown-ish, then you're looking at a female. But again, it's not something that you can just apply across the turtle world. So it's only for these guys. And can turtles get out of their shells, you think? You say no. Anybody say yes? Anybody want to dispute that? No? Just no? Okay. Good. So they cannot. They their shell is part of their body. So the way, okay, it's gonna be hard to picture, but imagine, so our ribs are protecting our heart, our lungs, and part of the liver, right? That's mostly what they're protecting. Well, in the case of the turtles, what they decided to do basically is they put all of the thoracic organs, everything, including their shoulder joints, inside of the rib cage. And then it kind of grew out and expanded, and they added some bone and keratin. Sorry, I'm supposed to turn that off. Um, and so that's what a turtle shell is. So it is vascularized tissue. They do have nerves and blood vessels in there. Not as many, but occasionally if you find a turtle with an injury, you will see some blood sometimes on the shell because they are able to, they do have some blood there. So it is a living tissue just like our bone is, okay? And so they can definitely feel those vibrations. They can feel, but it's, obviously not the same as skin. But it is part of their body, so they cannot get out of their shell. If they did, they would die. And so this makes it tough too if you're a vet or if you're a person who helps turtles, because if there's some kind of issue going on, they need to get through the shell. So turtle surgery is quite interesting because it's very difficult to do because you have to get through that. And the healing process, of course, is quite lengthy. All right. Any questions you guys may have about? Yes. So I don't think that he can feel enough, but I don't think it would be enough for him to decide, oh, I like this or I don't